Memes with the roommate, because I haven't done that in a while, and we're free of Metopias, so we could do stuff other than that now.
Woo!
Yeah, let's look at college memes. We're on the college subreddit today. Students in 350 BC. Can't wait to become an expert in everything and discover stuff. And then students today just came up with a title for their essay. That's enough writing for today. I mean, pretty accurate. Like, you saw me, like, fly through the 2 quizzes I had to do in, like, 10 minutes. It's like, oh, it's Sunday. That's too much. Too much work. When you see another classmate on the same Google Doc at 2 a.m., yeah, this is going to happen to you. You're an aerospace engineering major. If this has not happened to you yet, it is going to happen to you. My essay, turn it in at 11:59. Hey, I have garbage. I mean, this happens to so many of my friends. I like getting my stuff done early and getting it turned in, but I know so many of my friends that do this. I remember during my history final last year, I just felt so terrible. I just cranked it out, and I think I squeaked by with a B on the final, but it was so bad. I wrote my entire final in like 2 hours, and I was done with it. University students at this time of year, oh no, it's all falling apart. 2 weeks in, and we're already stressed out. Like, I've got my first big psych test on like 2 days from now. I've got all my notes just back here on my ottoman. Been cramming for that. Tomorrow is a 3-day weekend, and I'm gonna be studying half the day for that. So that's fun. Just wait till midterms, those are fun.
Oh, good.
When your lecturer sends you an email at 2:28 and you respond at 2:31. Last year, I had this professor that I think canceled class at like 5 in the morning, and I didn't realize it until I woke up, and then I was just sitting in bed like, I'm already awake. Why did you send this at 5 in the morning? Send it at 7 a.m. when people actually wake up for an 8 o'clock class. College depression. I'm going into debt for a piece of paper, but still have to teach myself everything, not to mention the fact that all the material can be found for free online. Meanwhile, I'm fending off an impending sense of doom as I progress through early adulthood and dealing with massive amounts of stress caused by my full-time job. And then high school depression. I cry when I visit r/I'm 14 and this is deep. Who actually, like, follows that subreddit as an adult, like, unironically? Like, nobody. But yeah, remember back in the good old days when we thought the worst thing that could happen in high school was, oh no, I got a B on my homework. I just got an F on a test that I just studied for, well, a little quiz. But you will definitely lower your standards in college. Don't worry, kids.
When you're at high school, the worst thing you get is an A-. When you're normally an A student, you get here, you get a B, you're crying your eyes.
Yeah, pretty much. Our professor was 20 minutes into lecture before realizing he wasn't sharing his slides, he wasn't recording the lecture, he had his computer muted so he couldn't hear us, wasn't checking the chat, and had his foot on silence so the TA couldn't get a hold of him. This is what online classes were like last year. Like, half the time they couldn't share the presentation. Like, there was, I think, was it my international studies professor? Like, she was muted half the time. Like, I'm so glad we're back in person this year, because it feels like I'm actually learning things and participating instead of, I actually played Bomber Grounds a lot during classes last year. I would just have my audio on in the background and I'd just be playing Bomber Grounds. Yeah, I got him hooked on Bomber Grounds. That's fun.
I got all the legendaries.
Yeah, I know. He got all of the good stuff. It took him like a week to get all the good stuff that it took me months to get. If a university burns down or is destroyed otherwise, all current students immediately graduate with a bachelor's degree. Hey, Verb, I know what we're gonna do today. Now, see, I was actually thinking about this the other day. Like, yeah, the university burns down and you get a degree, but what have you actually learned? Like, you're gonna get into your job, you're gonna be a weekend, and you're like, your boss will be like, you know nothing. I thought you had a degree in this. And you'll be like, well, yes, but actually no. Colleges, we need you to pay $24,000 tuition. That's the lowest we can go. What if I could throw this ball really far? Oh, that's lit. Here's free college, bro. Like, I'm glad that student athletes are finally able to make money off of their name and likeness, like they just made that law like last year. And it's a good law, but at the same time, I think the backup quarterback for Alabama, the backup, is making like $850,000 on endorsements this year alone. $850,000. Meanwhile, I'm working 12 hours a week at a dining hall, trying to pay off my college.
I'm working in RTC.
Yeah,
going
and his soul has been sold to the government, so that's how we're paying off our college. You have 5 minutes to copy everything from the whiteboard. I have done this so many times. Like,
I need to do it a lot more.
yeah. Like, I remember back in middle school, I had a math class, my pre-algebra class. Like, we had to scribble down all the notes as fast as we could at the beginning of class. Like, nowadays, just click, I'll write them down later. That happens so many times. And actually, a lot of my professors actually have their slides, like, online. Mm-hmm. So if we fall behind in class, I can just pull out my phone and look at the slides there. I've done that pretty much every day this year because my professors like to talk very fast. Taking 4 years to graduate college and then taking 5 so you can be mentally unstable an extra year. Everybody's telling me, dude, like a lot of majors are taking 5 years now.
Engineers want to take 5 years.
Engineering is going to take 5 years. Like, I'm getting all my stuff done in 4, so I have less student debt, and I can get started on my life making money so I'm not in debt for more than 10 years. When your college is so far away, you travel 4 hours just to attend 2 lectures in which professors read out loud from PowerPoint slides. I'm sure this is what Trevor felt like last year, because he was from Texas. Roommate last year was from Texas. But yeah, this is what it felt like last year while I was here. Like, I had one in-person class, like, my first semester last year, and it was 1 day a week, and it got canceled half the time. And I'm like, I live 2 hours away from home. I'm paying all this money, and I'm literally just watching this person read off of a PowerPoint that I can find online. Like, the struggle is real. College freshmen, you failed the class. No. College seniors, you failed the class. Yes. Correct. I can't wait to go back to in-person instruction and then in-person instruction. I'm gonna slightly disagree on this. This is how I feel in my 7:45 English class in the morning because nobody wants to be there and our professor makes us do group activities like 5 times a class, which is not a bad thing. I'm not bashing my professor at all. She's really good at what she does. But nobody wants to be a functioning human being at 7:45 in the morning. Or 5 a.m. when he has to wake up. It's okay, you're paying for your college, it's okay. It'll pay off later, my friend. When people ask how college is going, I just keep Googling stuff and it keeps working. I did this so many times this week during my my journalism class, because my professor in that class likes to talk so fast, and she doesn't have, well, she uses Prezi. Like, she uses Prezi, which she actually makes it work. It's pretty good. But when I fell behind there, I Googled it and I got information. Like that, I understand the frustrations with modern college students. Like, back in the 70s, like, you didn't have free access to information. Internet was just starting. Like, you actually had to study stuff. But now, like, you have knowledge at your fingertips. Like, I can look up whatever I want in, like, 5 seconds and know it, so...
Technology is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, it really is. Like, that's how it felt last year during the pandemic. Like, it's great that we can be online, but online sucked last year with Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is evil. Don't use it. When the semester is finally over, so you can sleep and work out whenever you want. The laws of time are mine. Dude, last year, I'm gonna miss this year, but last year, we didn't have any breaks except for the middle of the year. 2 months of pure bliss, of sleeping in, of being home with the family. 2 months of pure bliss. And we're gonna get, like, Thanksgiving break, and then a month break, and then it'll be about the same amount of breaks. But that 2 months, man, like, it felt like a sabbatical, honestly. Like, when I came back, I'm like, I really lived like this. Like, I had to wake up this early. Society, if Google Docs default font was Times New Roman size 12 instead of Arial size 11. This is so annoying. 99 times out of 100, my professors are like, Times New Roman, 12-point font. You open the document. First thing you do, change the font sizes. Like, that is so true. Like, if Google needs to switch to that. Like, nobody uses 11-point font. You can barely read the 12.
No one uses Arial.
Well, I use Arial sometimes, but the college standard is like Times New Roman 12-point font. Like, change it. That's what everybody uses. When my GPA jumps from 3.5 to 1.2 in 1 semester. Yeah, pretty much. Well, it was kind of the reverse for me because I took my math class my first semester last year, and I know good at math. I'm a journalism major for a reason. And my GPA first semester was like a 346. And I'm like, God, no. Must be above 3.5. I can't wait to do this to you. This is the worst week of my semester. Worst week of your semester so far. You think midterms are bad? Oh boy, baby, finals are so much worse. I can't wait to see him suffer and be like, yeah, that was me once, and it's still me, but I'm somewhat used to it. Not really. Course evaluations for the fall semester are now available until this date. Please take a few minutes to provide your feedback on the course. This is the true college kids speed run. Because everybody gave the exact same stuff, and unless you had serious problems with your professor, you just, like, on a scale from 1 to 5, you'd be like 4, 4, 4, 4. Because most college professors do a pretty good job. Like, most of them take their jobs pretty seriously. So, I mean, unless they're, like, over the moon good, or, like, so bad that you contemplate your life choices, that's pretty much what happened, especially on the online format, where they knew you'd be looking at your computer for 8 hours a day. Alright, that's where we're going to end this Memeology video. Jonah, thank you for joining me and getting a glimpse into what fun you'll be having come next month when midterms start. Woohoo! Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time. Peace out.